Hey guys, I'm here at Target. They actually have new sunscreens and a ton of new skincare for us to check out. Plus there's an Ulta here, so we'll dance on through there and see what's new. All right, look who has come out with a SPF 50 body sunscreen. Water resistant, sweet pineapple and honey melon. Okay, this is a chemical sunscreen. You know, hemp's, I have to say, their body lotions are pretty good. I think they have a fragrance-free one. Hemp seed oil is an emollient, rich in polyphenols and antioxidants. Interesting. Wonder how this holds up. Let me know if you've tried it. Then they still have the Classic Whip SPF 30 from Vacation. You know, I tried this, reviewed the whole brand actually. Well, the whole brand at the time. I didn't care for this, but if it gets people to apply sunscreen, I'm all for it because it is kind of fun. Like I could see having this at a pool party, but that being said, it stung my eyes. Like it made my eyes water. So it's not great on the face. It looks okay on the face, but it's not great around the eye area. It is water resistant and it spreads on the skin really well. It doesn't feel greasy or anything. Looks like Blue Lizard has a new mineral SPF 15 water resistant lip balm. Probably 15 because I would assume less casty than 30, but you really want to make sure you have a good layer on there. 30 would be ideal. At least it's water resistant. Obviously sunscreen on the lips wears off more readily. Super important though to wear sunscreen on the lips because the lip skin is very delicate. Very few to no melanocytes, so very little protection and an area vulnerable to skin cancer development. Not to mention lips are prone to dryness, moisture loss, and so using a SPF lip balm you also get some protection in terms of water loss and improved hydration. This Think Sport SPF 50 zinc sunscreen looks like, I don't know what that sticker is that somebody pulled off. This I have tried before. It's pretty casty. $15.49. And they also make it in a spray version. Now sprays, you do want to do multiple passes and then you physically have to rub it in to get that protective layer. But yes, double yes. This new Hydro Boost lip oil, light pink, is amazing. I have been using it. I really like it. I mean, honestly, don't sleep on Neutrogena more makeup style products because they have some amazing lip balms. And yes, I know I have a ton of lip balms. That's really good. I also love their hydrating lip sleep mask. This is great for travel. It's just like an ointment. Really good at nighttime when the lips are more vulnerable to water loss. I want to try this hydrating multi-use stick though at some point. It looks good as a sort of blush. Once I finish my Merit Flush Bombs, maybe I'll give this a try. These are also really good SPF lip balms. They really pack a nice punch of color, but they're not broad spectrum. They just give UVB protection. So there's that. But they look nice. Looks like Naked Sundays has a new SPF 50 sunscreen spray. Again, the issue with sprays, you just have to make sure you apply a ton of it, multiple passes, physically rub it in. Anytime I use sunscreens with this Cockatoo Plum, it ends up irritating my skin. That's just a me issue though, I think. Check it out, Versed came out with an SPF 30 body sunscreen. This was kind of under the radar. I hadn't heard about that. It's a zinc oxide body sunscreen, so more likely to be casty, but the ingredients sound really moisturizing. The formula sounds really moisturizing with the grapeseed oil and that butter. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. Walk away, walk away. I always get tempted by these seasonal scents that Dove comes out with. Cinnamon pumpkin pie. Here's a new body lotion from Curel. Curel is pretty good. They have pretty good basic moisturizers. This one has ceramides, lipids naturally found in your outermost skin barrier. Replenishing those can help improve barrier integrity. No niacinamide, you guys. Take note. Oh wait, did I speak too soon? No. No niacinamide, you guys. Take note. Those of you who are sensitive and struggle to find niacinamide-free anything. Pretty soon they're going to start putting niacinamide in our grapes. And then every time I go grocery shopping, I'm gonna have to be like, if you rub this grape on your face, it's good for dark spots, redness, hyperpigmentation, the moisture barrier, anti-aging. Not new, but one of my top 10 body moisturizers of all time. Man, the price has gone up. Maybe it's just Target. When I first discovered this, it was like right around $8. Here's another fragrance-free, niacinamide-free moisturizer. This works well on the face, by the way, this EOS body lotion. The scented versions I know are really popular, but if you're allergic to fragrance, FOMO, no mo, because this is really good. Speaking of can't resist pumpkin fall body wash scents, Tree Hut has pumpkin pop. I'm not gonna lie, I am intrigued. They also have it in the body butter. I still need to try their body butters. The sugar scrub, that's a pass for me. I don't dabble in the body sanding arts. So First Aid Beauty has come out with these ingrown hair pads with salicylic acid and glycolic acid. It's helpful for exfoliating and smoothing down the dry, rough top layer of the skin, and that can help cut down on trapping of hair. Certain hair types, especially that are more curved, once you cut the hair with a razor, as it grows, it may grow downward, pierce the adjacent skin, and grow down into the skin. That's how you get an ingrown hair. And if you have a lot of dry, dead, built-up skin on the surface, the stratum corneum is like real built up, flaky, then you can more easily get trapping. So the salicylic acid and glycolic acid can help with that. But as this instructs, the way to use it is actually a couple of times a week after you have already shaved or removed the hairs, not before and not immediately after. Because immediately before or immediately after, you're a lot more likely to get shave irritation. This also has licorice root in it too, which is good for inflammation and redness, as well as hyperpigmentation. So if your ingrown hairs tend to heal with a dark spot, that's good. They've also come out with a scented, nourishing body oil. It's safe for sensitive skin. I don't know about that. Body oils are okay for smoothing down rough skin, just improving the appearance, but they're not that great at like locking in hydration compared to like a full-blown moisturizer. Spearmint oil can be irritating, though it does tingle. Tried this smoothing body lotion. It's pretty good. It has lactic acid in it, which is good for keratosis pilaris. It hydrates and gently exfoliates. It also has urea in it, but honestly I didn't find it to be too strikingly different in performance compared to Gold Bond, any of Gold Bond's moisturizers, because they all have urea, but in particular the Gold Bond retinol is like really good for keratosis pilaris because the retinol may help improve the problem with the skin cells turning over abnormally and leading to that dry, rough buildup that causes the little bumps. Anyway, this is good, but it's not like the best I've ever tried. But it's definitely a better experience using it because it's just richer and has a nicer texture in comparison to good old amlactin, which a lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't like it. They think it smells odd. Here's their 10% vitamin C brightening serum. So this has 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid as the form of vitamin C. That's a stable form of vitamin C that, you know, may be helpful honestly as a surface antioxidant. But if you're looking for a product that offers the full spectrum of what vitamin C, aka ascorbic acid, does, 3-O-ethyl is unlikely to do that because the likelihood that it gets converted to ascorbic acid is very, very low. What's probably doing most of the heavy lifting in this is the licorice root extract, which is anti-inflammatory, good for redness and dark spots. And then it also has colloidal oatmeal, which is really hydrating and moisturizing, has anti-inflammatory compounds. Feverfew is anti-inflammatory, although some people are sensitive to it. Here's the thing. This 1.7 ounce bottle, 1.7 ounce bottle of this 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid serum with licorice root, which is likely doing a lot of the heavy lifting, is $50. Cetaphil, their new vitamin C serum, is a 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid serum in which niacinamide is doing the heavy lifting as far as dark spots, redness, the moisture barrier. So it's like, yeah, I really don't get the draw of this double serum from Clarins. It has a bunch of plant extracts which can offer some anti-inflammatory compounds and be soothing. For example, it has avocado oil, oat kernel oil, mango leaf extract that may have some polyphenols. It's like $95. Sunday Riley is here with their $65 10% niacinamide serum. Asiaticoside, madecassoside, and epigallocatechin galateal glucoside are all antioxidant compounds that actually can be pretty helpful for the skin in terms of defending against like oxidative stress from environmental aggressors. Peter Thomas Roth has a new Ultimate Solution 5 multitasking moisturizer that firms, brightens, exfoliates, moisturizes, and soothes. And honestly, the ingredients support the claims. Acetylhexapeptide 8, that's argireline, the peptide that can smooth out fine lines around the eyes. Brands like to make the claim that it's Botox in a bottle, but it doesn't actually get into the neuromuscular junction. It also has some copper peptides. It has glycolic acid, which is good for smoothing the skin surface, along with salicylic acid, which exfoliates the pore. Lactic acid is very hydrating and gently exfoliating. Tea leaf extract, as well as grapeseed extract, sources of polyphenols. It has ascorbic acid, which is an antioxidant that, in theory, helps with collagen production. Sodium hyaluronate hydrates, smooths the skin surface. Honestly, I do believe that this product has the potential to firm, brighten, exfoliate, moisturize, and soothe. But it also has collagen, which is very hydrating. This is a peptide moisturizer. Not only does this have argireline, but I think this has cinake, which is another peptide that allegedly kind of acts like neurotoxin, but none of them actually do. They just hydrate and smooth. I don't recall seeing this on any of our recent Ulta ventures. The Instant Firmex line has a lip filler plumping peptide complex. I'm always wary of any lip product that claims to plump because usually it plumps by irritating. This does look like it has a variety of just simply hydrating ingredients. There it is, peppermint oil. That definitely can cause a little bit of lip swelling, which ultimately can be super irritating, dry out your lips. I would pass on this. So The Ordinary has a newer retinaldehyde emulsion. So retinaldehyde is a little different from retinol. Retinol, is a cosmetic ingredient that your skin has to do two things to in order for it to be active, but definitely can work, and there is clinical evidence with biopsy confirmation that it does improve collagen production. Retinaldehyde, also we have clinical evidence can improve collagen production, but your skin only has to do one thing to it. So the assumption is that because there are fewer steps, that retinaldehyde must be more effective. But honestly, a lot of that will also come down to how good the formula is, because these ingredients need to be stable in the formula and a formulation where the ingredient is effectively delivered. So, if these were drugs, then that would be easier to really make that claim. But when we're talking about cosmetics, there are a lot of other factors that can influence it. So all that to say, if you're using retinol OL and find it to be effective, don't feel like you should switch to retinaldehyde and that you're suddenly going to get better results, because I think you'll be disappointed. If you're getting results, you're getting results. There's no need to switch, because the results are not going to be more dramatic. I guess the main difference might be if you had a really good retinol product, OL, and a really good retinaldehyde product, you'd probably see results faster with retinaldehyde, in theory. But if you have a really good retinol product that is working for you and you switch to a retinaldehyde that's crummy and it's not super stable in the formula or whatever, then, well, you're just taking steps back. Allegedly, this is Shiseido's bestseller. This wrinkle smoothing cream claims to reduce wrinkles and dark circles. Does it have caffeine? It does. So caffeine can, for some people, doesn't work for everyone, but for some people, their skin responds to it by depuffing, and that can temporarily brighten up the under eye area and somewhat improve the appearance of dark circles, depending on the full-blown nature of your dark circles. If your dark circles are related to just the shape of your eye socket, it's not going to make a difference. If your dark circles may be due to accumulation of fluid in the tissue there, then may brighten things up for you a bit. This also has niacinamide, again, good for dark spots, redness. So if your dark circles have any element of hyperpigmentation, like maybe you have some post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from eyelid irritation, then it might help. And it's also very good for the moisture barrier, so there's that. This has fragrance though, which around the eyelids, more likely to cause irritation because the skin there is delicate. And Shiseido has this deep cleansing foam, which allegedly absorbs excess oil and clears pores. So clays, like in masks, can help to absorb excess oil from the skin surface. This has talc, so maybe that's going to help with absorbing excess oil, but I don't see any like clays. Menthol is going to give this a little bit of a tingle. I'm not seeing salicylic acid, which I would expect in a cleanser aimed at improving the appearance of pores. This is just going to be effective for washing your face. And washing your face will remove oil from the surface for sure. Since Trivectin has an anti-wrinkle lip treatment for vertical lip lines, it has shea butter and sunflower seed oil and ceramide. So all those are good for moisturizing, which can help reduce the appearance of little lines on the lips for sure. This also has orange peel oil, however, which I think can be pretty irritating in my opinion, and ultimately that may plump temporarily, but could cause a type of irritation that ultimately worsens the appearance of your lips. But that aside, it does have some peptides in it, which are hydrating and good for plumping and smoothing in a gentle, effective fashion. $39. Then they have, this is new, the anti-wrinkle line blur factor. That's a mouthful. Instant wrinkle blurring primer. You know what works really well, as a side note, for those purposes is the Monistat chafing cream. I've heard it's a good makeup primer. I can tell you it does blur little fine lines. Yeah, this is a silicone-based scented moisturizer, so it will give that pore blurring filling effect. But like I said, you could get that same effect, no fragrance, with the Monistat shaving cream. And the Monistat shaving cream is like $8. This is $39. Does anyone have a visceral reaction to seeing like makeup open and exposed and like tampered with like this? I don't know. It just, like, all of this mess, the neat freak in me just cannot deal with it. I want to come and at least wipe off the mirror. That being said, this Taupe Mattes palette I have, it's really good. I really like it a lot. It's definitely worth the $35 because the shades, I mean, it's like boring everyday makeup. You know, it's not going to be like some exotic, dramatic, chic look, but for basic, like, working in the office eye makeup, this is a really good palette. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Target and Ulta had some amazing new stuff. I hope you all enjoyed this video. On the end slate, I'm gonna put my most recent Target shop with me video, so check that one out because there's a ton of stuff here that we didn't cover today that I covered in that video. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!